Welcome to Crypto Pulse, your daily dose of crypto clarity. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just dipping your toes into crypto, this is the place where we turn complex charts and signals into simple, powerful insights. Today's topic? A signal that has never failed to call Bitcoin's upside moves, and it's flashing again. Let's dive right in. Bitcoin is once again doing what it does best, repeating history, but with a twist. Right now, there's one powerful signal flashing that has never been wrong when predicting major upward moves. And in today's update, I'm breaking it all down. What it means, what's likely next for BTC, my short-term price targets, and what altcoins and Ethereum are setting up for. Let's rewind for a second. Before this recent pump, Bitcoin was stuck in a consolidation phase. I mentioned that once we broke above that key level, we'd likely see a continuation. And boom, Bitcoin shot up 3%. Now, from the macro view, we've broken out of a massive ascending triangle, and this breakout is shaping up to lead us even higher. But here's the catch. It's the weekend, and weekends are typically low-volume, slow-moving times for Bitcoin. We're already seeing a familiar pattern, the CME Gap. Bitcoin tends to hover or drift over the weekend only to snap back on Mondays to fill that gap. So if we dip slightly or surge a bit, don't be surprised when we revert to the mean early next week. Now, if we zoom out and compare this cycle with previous ones, 2023, 2024, and now 2025, the similarities are striking. We're in another classic consolidation phase, and guess what? We've just broken above a critical resistance zone, which opens the door for a possible move up to the $101,000 mark. That's our next major resistance level on the chart. In fact, this weekend could be a golden opportunity. If Bitcoin pulls back slightly and forms a higher low, that could be a prime accumulation zone before the next leg up. But let's get to the real star of the show, a signal that has never failed in calling short-term Bitcoin bottoms, the funding rate indicator. Right now, funding rates remain negative, even after a 10% surge in Bitcoin's price. What does that mean? It means traders are still shorting, betting against the rally, and that's a bullish setup. Think of it this way. When everyone is bearish while price is climbing, that's fuel for a short squeeze. And historically, when funding rates are negative during a rally, Bitcoin keeps moving higher. Conversely, when euphoria kicks in and funding spikes positive, that's when tops tend to form. So we're still in the sweet spot. The fear and greed index might be moving into greed territory, but it's not yet reflected in price, meaning there's still room for this rally to run. And if you're tracking fractals like I am, Bitcoin is mimicking the structure of early 2024. A lower low, followed by a higher high, now setting up for another higher low. That's classic bullish market structure, and historically, it signals a major reversal. Personally, I remain in my trades. My current targets? Bitcoin to $110,000. And Ethereum to $2,500. If you want to follow along or copy my exact strategy, you'll find the links below in the description to trade, on Bybit or Binance. Now, let's talk breaking news. Senator Cynthia Lummis just dropped a bombshell. She says President Trump supports her proposal for the U.S. to purchase 1 million Bitcoin. Let that sink in. The most powerful government on earth potentially stacking sats. Meanwhile, institutional giants are making serious moves. BlackRock has ramped up accumulation again, buying more than $4 billion worth of Bitcoin in just 10 days. And they're not alone. Fidelity is snapping up millions in Ethereum, and ETF flows are heating up again. The spot Bitcoin ETF is just $3 billion away from a new all-time high in cumulative inflows. That could happen as soon as next week. Liquidity is surging across the board. Stablecoin markets are expanding fast, showing real growth and demand in the ecosystem. And it's not just Bitcoin. Ethereum is looking ripe for a bounce too. It just respected a legendary support zone, and a rally to $20,100 could be around the corner. Altcoins? They're forming a double bottom, a bullish reversal pattern. And if you're watching the MVRV Z-score, one of the most powerful valuation tools out there, it shows the market is still undervalued. Historically, these zones have been prime buying opportunities. So to wrap it all up, Bitcoin's trend is strong, Ethereum is coiling for a breakout, altcoins are bottoming, and the market structure, from on-chain data to macro signals, is screaming upside. The smart money knows it. The institutions are acting on it. And now, it's your move. If you found value in this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more daily crypto insights, and drop your thoughts in the comments. This is Crypto Pulse. Stay smart, stay profitable, and I'll catch you in the next one.